It's your boy Lamar Spacey. I'm back with another edition of the report. A lot's been going on the past few days, so I'm just going to get right into it. Just to get all the death and sadness out the way. Rest in peace to Queen Elizabeth II of England. Rest in peace to Bernard Shaw. Just to get Queen Elizabeth out the way, she's been in power for over 70 years. Since 1952, longer than most of our grandparents been alive. She's been old since I was a baby. So it's just like seeing somebody that I've seen all my life just now gone. It's kind of weird. I mean, I'm in a weird place right now. A lot of good things could be said about her. A lot of bad things could be said about her. You know how people feel about Princess Diana. They feel the Queen has something to do with her passing. You know how royal family get down. They kind of, as a whole, if y'all don't know, y'all go do y'all research on them. But like I said, some people are upset. Black Twitter, they already going crazy with the memes and the tweets. Seen a lot of stuff like Queen Elizabeth pack, London pound cake, Princess Diana dunking on her head. So it's just a whole lot of craziness right now surrounding the Queen's death. Buckingham Palace, they confirmed it earlier this afternoon. She was about 96 years old, and yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty weird feeling. But Bernard Shaw, he passed away at the age of 82. He was CNN's first chief anchor, pretty much their first black anchor on theirs when they did debuted in 1980. He was there from 1980 to 2001. He covered some of the world's most notable happenings, like the 2000 presidential election, the first Gulf War, the Tiananmen Square revolt. If I mispronounced that, I apologize. But yeah, man, this man has covered pretty much a lot of the world's most notable happenings. He was at CNN for over 20 years. He's obviously an inspiration to people in media. I'm gonna have to do some research on his works myself, because I knew the name growing up. I just was never really familiar too much with the things that he spoke on. Just doing a little bit of research I did today has got me interested in looking his brother up and seeing his accomplishments over at CNN. But into other news now. Rest in peace, Raven K. Jackson, the girlfriend, allegedly now, of 600 Breezy. She committed suicide. She left a suicide note for Breezy. Apparently in the note, she said, or she alluded to, that she was going to jump off a bridge. The note was pretty long, it was pretty lengthy. It's still on the internet, which I wish it wasn't, but that's what people do nowadays. When something happens, the first place they go to where they feel like they can be heard or seen is the internet. I mean, we all know Breezy, we all know he loves to talk, or he loves to put people on to business that's probably none of ours, but he felt he needed to share with the world what happened to her. It's really sad, man. She was pretty much ready to go way before they even, her and Breezy even met, apparently from what she said. Then you got people, exes and things like that, posting pictures while they and Raven were together. Breezy had to check that at the door. And, you can't really tell people how to mourn, but there is a time and place for everything. I know recently when somebody that I've dated in my past passed away, I just kept it cool, didn't post too much. I posted one picture that was appropriate. Just us sharing memories. I thanked her for what she did for me while we were together, and that was it. I didn't post anything of us being intimate, things like that. Some people just do way too much on this internet thing. And now, speaking of doing way too much, now we have conspiracy theorists theorizing that 600 Breezy is actually responsible for her death, and not responsible for just her killing herself, but they're saying that he actually caused her harm. Now, I don't like to get into these things. Like I said, it's really none of our business, but it's out there on the internet now. People are saying that Breezy and this girl weren't even together when she died. The suicide note, the timestamp of when they found her and when the note was sent doesn't match. All these crazy things. All I know is, man, let this woman rest. Let everybody that's affected by the passing, let them mourn. Let them get through this. It's not ever something to get over, but it's something that they can get through in due time. So just respect them while all this is going on. All these conspiracy theories, this stuff that their family members, Breezy, and whoever else has to see. And all they want to do is just get to the bottom of it. Why she felt the need to commit suicide, if she really did, because now that's out in the world. They just want to figure this whole thing out and finally put her to rest. If you ever have felt feelings of suicide, if you know anybody that has dealt with suicidal symptoms and thoughts, please seek help, reach out to somebody, just make your voice heard, be seen. I'm paying attention as much as I possibly can to people around me and others. If you need to call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, it's 988. You can call that up if you have things you need to express. But I just feel like just live through your time, and try not to cut it short. I understand it's a decision that y'all have to make. It sounds selfish trying to say don't do it, but you got people that love and care about you, man. So if you ever thought about just going, just sit back and think about the bigger picture in life, even though it might be hard to, just make the attempt if you can. In other news, we can finally get off all the sadness and the death. Let's get into some music now. Megan Thee Stallion and Lil Kim have a single dropping on Hot 97 at 7 p.m. tonight. You got to salute Meg whether you listen to her music or not. She collabed with pretty much all the top female acts that we've seen. Nicki, now Kim, Beyonce, the list goes on. She's doing her thing. She just was on She-Hulk, the MCU, showing She-Hulk how to twerk, things like that. Meg is just going up, so you got to salute it. 7 o'clock, Hot 97. I might not tune in right then, but I'm definitely going to be listening to the song. I'll leave a little review on Instagram. Might do a little review video on YouTube. Y'all stay tuned for all that. A Boogie is dropping his album November 4th. Me, Myself, and I, with a single dropping tonight featuring G Herbo. Self-titled after the album, Me, Myself, and I, dropping at 12 p.m. Now, I'm a fan of Lil Herb. I like a couple A Boogie songs. I don't know too much of his catalog like that. I know 2016, A Boogie was the fucking man. Same thing with Herb. During that era, 2013, I'd say up to 2017, Herb's still doing his thing. But during that era, he was the fucking man. So I'm not going to lie. I'm looking forward to this new single. I need to upgrade my music catalog a little bit. I need to get more into the times with my music. A little bit lately, I've been listening to a lot of Tupac, but listening to just old school music, something, and things from my era, just something to restore the feeling for myself, NBA Youngboy, he dropped Realer 2 earlier this week. He said he was going to drop it Friday, but he does what he does on his own time. It's out available now on YouTube. Make sure y'all go check it out. A lot of stars have come forth in support of Kanye to boycott Adidas' upcoming release of the iPhone Q, which releases September 16th. Shit pretty much just looks just like Yeezy with his sock in it. Diddy, Swiss Beats, and other notable people have come in support of Kanye West and said, we're not rocking that shit. If we keep allowing these corporations to steal from the culture, it's just going to have a snowball effect. It's just going to keep happening. So, honestly, speaking on the sneakers, they're pretty good looking sneakers. They look comfortable. I don't have a pair of Yeezys myself. It's impossible to get them at retail price. I refuse to pay $800 for one pair of fucking sneakers. I refuse to pay $400 for a pair of fucking slides that cost $90. So all y'all sneaker resellers, tighten the fuck up and make shit more affordable for the people. But that's a whole nother point. We should pretty much expect culture vultures to vulture. You know, this is not anything new. We've seen companies steal ideas from their creatives, the creatives that have bolstered their companies, and we know all they want to do at the end of the day is make a profit. It's not about making sure that the creative that has given y'all prominence is good. Not necessarily. It's not about making sure the culture that y'all servicing these clothes to, it's not about them. It's about making sure that these corporations stay in power and keep their pockets fat. Which, you know, it's going to be interesting to see. Will Kanye West stay with Adidas? Will he take the Yeezy brand and just have it as its own separate thing? You know, he's been going that gap as well. We could expect this from Kanye. Would I have expected it to be handled this way? No, but I kind of foresaw Kanye eventually doing his own thing. He's starting up his own schools, his own sports programs. He has the money, he has the resources. He might as well just take Yeezy and make it his own independent establishment. Though I would like to get some Yeezy Gap. They're trying to open stores all across the country. I've seen a screenshot. He said, Pusha T said specifically in Pennsylvania and Virginia. So before any deals are done or cut, I would like to get some Yeezy Gap at an affordable price and a pair of Yeezys too, maybe. So, you know, Kanye, holla at your boy. Apple hosted its annual Apple event yesterday where it revealed the iPhone 14 and its adjacents, along with some Apple Watches and some AirPods. If you want to find out the specs, go do your Googles, go to the Apple website, or discover where you order them. I want to pretty much just give you the rundown of other reveals. The iPhone 14, which starts at $800, will be able to pre-order the 9th. It will ship the 16th. The iPhone 14 Plus is $900, and it ships October 7th. The prices of the Pro will start at $1,000. The Pro Max for $1,100. Pre-orders start the 9th, but available September 16th. Prices for the Apple Watch Series 8 start at $400. Pre-orders are open now. It's available 16th for everybody, but the Watch OS 9, which I guess is the operating system, will be available starting Monday, September 12th. For the Apple Watch SE, it's starting at $250, and it ships September 16th. The Apple Watch Ultra, which looks like their sports brand of the watch, it looks more luxurious in my opinion, starts at $800. Pre-orders are open now, and it'll be available 23rd for everybody. And the new Apple AirPods Generation 2 start at $250. They're available for pre-order September 16th and shipping September 23rd. So that's all the new iPhones and all the new devices from Apple. If you're going to get them, which I know everybody is, make sure y'all check out those dates. If you need some reminded to you, go do your Googles, run the video back. But that's pretty much the recap of the Apple event from Mars, basically. Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook have been looking like they've been getting along the past couple days. Patrick Beverley just had his press conference a couple days ago where he's pretty much bigging up LeBron, AD, Russ, saying that he's going to try to adjust as best as he can. He's pretty much saying that he's going to take them to the playoffs. He's not playing with them. They're playing with him. You know, the Lakers, they haven't been to the playoffs since about 2020 year. They missed it this past year. So it's just going to be interesting to see what Patrick Beverley and the rest of those guys do together as a team. You know, at first I was pretty skeptical of the Patrick Beverley acquisition, but I'm kind of fucking with Patrick Beverley now. He's bringing good energy. His press conference was done very well. He was very articulate. He seemed humble. He knows his role. He knows what position he has to play when the season starts. Darvin Ham is behind him. Westbrook seems to be behind him. They popped up at the press conference. So all I really want to see from the Lakers this coming season, I just want to see a deep playoff run, hopefully to the finals. Hopefully that culminates into a championship. You know, the NBA, man, has been getting pretty crazy the last couple of years, so we're just going to have to see what else happens. Sticking with basketball, Sue Bird just called it a career after 20 years with the Seattle Storm. She was drafted back in 2002, first round, first overall. It's played for the team pretty much her whole career. Um, 4-time champion, 13-time All-Star. The accolades speak for themselves. Sue Bird, she's a true legend in basketball, period. Not even just women's basketball. If y'all don't know who Sue Bird is, go do your research, do your Googles, and go check out some of her work. In other sports news, if you even want to consider it sports, Jake Paul and Anderson Silva are about to go at it in a couple weeks. It's the same thing like with the corporations in fashion and other corporations. Boxing now has pretty much just become a money sport. Is it really about inspiring younger generation of boxers to get to that main event level? Is it about putting on a show for the fans of boxing and boxing peers? Or is it just about entertaining and getting the bag? That's pretty much what boxing is nowadays. Boxing is the new modern day WWE. Sports entertainment, it's gimmicks and characters. There's a whole card of fights of celebrities nowadays when these boxing events go on. So I pretty much say boxing now is sports entertainment. It's not really it's not boxing anymore. It's sports entertainment. How they say WWE isn't wrestling, sports entertainment. I'm going to be tuning into the fight. Hopefully, Anderson Silva can pull off that dub. We know Jake Paul got some skills in the ring, but it's just weird how these matchups are set up. I want to see better competition facing off against each other. We know Anderson Silva is well over Jake Paul in age. Jake Paul, he's fresh, he's young. Anderson Silva is a UFC fighter. Paul got some professional boxing skills under his belt. So it's just like these rappers versus boxers, basketball players versus somewhat boxers. It's all getting out of hand to me. But this fight, I haven't seen Anderson Silva fight in a long time, so I'm going to be looking forward to that. Hopefully he get that knockout win. So stay tuned. NBA 2K23 is out today, finally. Everybody's going for that Jordan edition. I know I'm going to probably hold off for a little bit. I haven't played 2K myself since about, 2K18. That was the last time I actually enjoyed story mode, my career, and all that. They revealed some of the stats for their star players, namely LeBron, Steph, KD, and Booker. With the first three, obviously being a 96 overall, Booker being a 91. Klay Thompson was slighted, you could say. He was given an 81 overall, and he said 2K has been doo-doo since Sega Dreamcast. Even though I have more fonder memories in recent times with 2K, I would have to agree with Klay Thompson's assessment as far as the most recent years of 2K. I just haven't found any interest in it. It really is the same game, but that could be said about most games these days. And it's a sports series. What do you expect? You expect them to add fucking NFL players as playable characters in 2K? Do you expect them to add UFC fighters in 2K? Who knows? But I know I'm going to be looking forward to mostly the Jordan challenges. It's a little callback to 2K11 when they introduced challenges in that game. Some of Michael Jordan's most notable games like Shrug, going for 60 on the Celtics, things like that, his championship games. So I think this year's 2K might actually reel me back in. I know, just being a PC gamer, I don't know whether I should buy it on PlayStation or PC. I know if I get on PC, I'm going to be fucking around with the mods, so beware playing with me because I'm going to make Michael Jordan the most ultimate basketball player of all time. He's not going to miss no shots. He's going to be 7 foot on the court when I mod it, everything. So watch out for me when I get to 2K. Rockstar Games has just announced the ominous message to their players of GTA 5 and GTA Online, which reads, GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online represent the combined efforts of our global team over many years. We want to acknowledge and thank everyone who has contributed to these games, from their original launch in 2013 all the way to present day. Now, many in the gaming community believe that this is Rockstar finally moving on from Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. I personally believe that Grand Theft Auto 5 as a whole has been pretty much dead since they stopped all the hacking through the systems. You know, back in 2013 when Grand Theft Auto Online first launched, soon as you go into a lobby, somebody's throwing you 5 mil just off rip. When you go into a lobby, somebody just blessed you with cars and shit like that. They made it snow, as in the weather. You could buy anything you wanted. All weapons was available. It was a crazy time. That lasted for a couple months until Rockstar said, hey, shutting all that shit down. Luckily, they let you keep all your shit. They just took all your money. As of recently, though, the main popular thing GTA related has been GTA Roleplay. It's Grand Theft Auto Online, but pretty much Grand Theft Auto Online rewritten as a whole, and it's only available on PC. Lil Durk, he just made his own server. There's a whole New York City server. T Grizzly has his own server. There's just a lot of rappers and gamers and streamers are now creating their own worlds within the world of GTA because of the limitations of the normal Grand Theft Auto Online. Grand Theft Auto Online, you pretty much have to spend real money to pretty much do anything. Nobody really wants to go through that nowadays. I miss the days of playing a game and achieving and unlocking things as you progress through. Now everything's a cash grab. Everything is microtransactions and things of that sort. So as far as Grand Theft Auto goes, I'm hoping that Rockstar is finally moving on to GTA 6 more. I would like to see them do more with Red Dead Online because that's been dead for a long while. GTA 5 had a good run, but it's been damn near almost 10 years now. That could be another reason why the message was sent out in that way. It's been 10 years. People want something new from Rockstar Games. Y'all neglected Red Dead Redemption 2. So hopefully this means something good rather than something not necessarily negative, but those that might play on GTA Online Hardbody, they might find it negative. We'll just have to see as the story develops. Now, time to wrap up this episode with some local news. There's going to be a brand new Popeyes returning to South 4th Street in the former location of the dirty ass Checkers that used to be there, along with a new Taco Bell that's going to be located right behind the Wells Fargo. If you drive past there now, South 4th Street in Allentown, PA, you'll see the little signs around the gates of the new Taco Bell coming soon. The Taco Bell is said to be coming later this year, officials have said, while the new Popeyes has been approved since last year, but there's no direct time frame of when the establishment is going to be ready to open. So we're just going to have to wait on that. Honestly, we've had a Popeyes on South 4th Street before. Why we need a new one, I'm not sure. We could have used the Chick-fil-A. We could have used a Zabby's. Shit, you could have put another Domino's or some shit over there. Something, a Cane's, a Carl's Jr., a Hardee's or something. But we have to get Taco Bell and Popeyes. Popeyes, we need a Popeyes on South. I'm not mad at that. Taco Bell, I like Taco Bell, but there's just better options of food. Shit, y'all could have put a Whole Foods or something that hosts healthier eating options. You know, you could have put a vegan bar, a juice bar, or some shit. I don't know. But I'm not necessarily complaining about new restaurants. Allentown, we need more. I just feel like we need diversity when it comes to our food. You could barely go out at night and go get you something at 12 a.m. The only options you got is a drive-through Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's if they open, or Woody's. And we all know Woody's ain't good. So it's just going to be interesting to see. We already see the developments throughout the city. Condos all over Center City. South Side is soon to get re-gentrified. North Side is getting gentrified and all that. So just be prepared for the upcoming developments within our lovely Allentown, Pennsylvania. This has been your boy Lamar Spacey, back at you with another episode of The Report. Make sure y'all tune in for the weather this Sunday. More content coming soon. I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting the past few days. The numbers are going up. I'm going to make sure I go with myself and provide the best content for y'all. More consistent content, more clear content. I'm working on myself. Trust me. I know I can speak a little louder, I can speak a little clearer. I'm working on those things, but it's your boy Lamar Spacely. I thank you all, and I'm out.